Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Lost Latvian here, and in today's video we're gonna look at top 10 plus honorable mention for June 2023. So yeah, same thing as previously. Me and my wife, we both ranked the caps. So in total, in June I acquired 21 different caps. I laid them all out. I walked out of the room, and my wife ranked them 1 to 21. And after that, I did the same thing. I did not look at her rankings. So those are our opinions and our opinions only, and we combined the results. And yeah, there are actually some interesting results, interesting outcome, especially on a one cap, and we will talk about it when we get there. But yeah, uh, so I basically, so let's see about the tiebreaker. Again, same thing. If one of us gave a higher place to another cap, you know that the higher placed cap won the tiebreaker. So basically, what it is, like in this instance, sixth and seventh place, they both received 15 points, but the one cap was higher. I won a tiebreaker because my wife gave the cap fifth place. I gave 10th place, and the other cap was eighth place and seventh place. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody, one of us, gave a higher place to the head, that won the tiebreaker. But that basically was the only one. Oh no, actually, so the sixth and seventh place got decided with the tiebreaker rule, and 10th place and honorable mention tiebreaker. And then there was a three-way tiebreaker, but it's like 15th, 16th, 17th place, which we're not even gonna mention. But I'll read at the very end. I'll read out first place to the last one to the 21st place, and you will see, like I said, you're going to see top 10 and then honorable mention. But then the rest of the caps, if you want to see them, you'll have to go back to my videos. In June, I posted every single cap, I'm talking about here. So, all right, let's get on it, and let's start showing some caps. And let me see where I can put them. And let's go with the 10th place. And the 10th place is this one. It is Swingin' Friar, this San Diego Padres cap. So this cap came from Anthem Store, I believe, in Canada. And this one ended up in a 10th place. Won on a tiebreaker over the cap, over the honorable mention cap. So this is my 10th place for June. And so my wife gave this cap a 6th place. So she ranked this one rather high. I gave 16th place. It did not make a cut for me, but hey, that's why we're doing what we're doing. We combined the results, and the cat earned 22 points and ended up on a tiebreaker in a 10th place. That's a cap number 1. Yeah, San Diego Padres. So the next one, and this is the one which totally kind of surprised me, this was the largest swing between my ranking and hers. And usually, typically, it doesn't happen that way. We're pretty kind of the same, They're like 3 or 4 place swing or whatnot, sometimes a little more. But this is just a polar opposite almost, And believe it or not, this cap made to the 9th place and actually pushed out some caps I really wanted to see in a in the top 10. Is this Angels? And I can't really tell. I can't remember which store this one came from, but this one was on sale. And this is suede cap. It's a cool. I love the logo, you know, and I love the colorway. I don't think I'm sold on the all suede caps in general. I kind of think this is gonna be my only one. But it looks cool when you wear it, though, you know. It's just when you don't wear it, it's all flimsy and weird. And yeah, this is a total surprise for me how this ended up in a 9th place, pushing out some other caps. But and this all thanks to my wife. This was her top cap of the month. Can you believe this? She ranked this one. She gave the first place to this cap out of all of these we're gonna look at. I couldn't believe my eyes, you know, when that happened. And I asked her, I say, why did you pick this one? And she said she gave the first place just because it's very unique, totally different material. She likes the colorway, she likes the material, she likes the logo, you know, and so everything worked for her. So see how it can go. One person likes it and the other one not so much when you talk about, you know, just ranking the caps. You know, I still like the cap, you know, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. But yeah, unbelievable. So she gave the first place, I gave the 20th, you know. This was the second one from the bottom in my ranking. So see like what kind of swing is this? Top cap and almost the last place. So but numbers combined, it got 21 points and 9th place. So yeah, total shocker for me. But yeah, it's cool. This is why we do top 10s on this channel. Let's move on to the 8th place. Man, 8th place comes from the store I don't want to even mention. But it is what it is. This cap is good though. This came out of my fitted. One of the last caps I copped from them. Never going back to them again. We all know the story, what happened. Not gonna repeat myself. But this made a cut and ended up in the 8th place. I think this cap is one of the, if not the best Padres cap I own. I feel like Padres caps are really difficult to make. Nobody really comes out with anything cool, you know. It's same boring stuff, you know. Capland, I do not like their caps. What they make, they look kind of, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything, but it's not my favorite store to go. Sometimes, yeah, they do have something good, but and they recently they started to making different other teams, and yeah, but that wouldn't be my go-to store by no means. I check them out, but that's about it. That's where it stops. And they're freaking expensive, you know. $60 for their caps. But this, again, this is my fitted side patch, Jackie Robinson. But yeah, it's overall, this is a good cap. So my wife gave this cap a 10th place. I gave the 8th place, 18 points and 8th place. San Diego Padres, Friar. That's the 8th place. 7th place. And this one goes, I think this was the Lids HD. It's kind of a low crown cap. Cap made in Bangladesh, I believe. Yes, it is. But this is a beauty. this Cardinals cap. Do you agree with me? A lot of people, when I first showed this cap, they really liked it. And at that time, I ranked this cap higher than the Pirates. And then by now, I have changed my mind. I ranked the Pirates higher than this one. But anyways, so this is the 7th place. St. Louis Cardinals, solid cap. I love it. All that metallics, all those metallics on the bird. For this series, I bought 2 of them. This one and Pirates. Cardinals is also one of those teams where designers, I believe, and I feel like it, they struggle making a good cap. It's kind of hard to pull off a good hat for Cardinals. But I still think there are more better Cardinals caps than Padres caps. Padres caps in general kind of suck, man. But yeah, this one is pretty cool. 7th place. My wife ranked this one as her 8th place. And for me, this is my 7th choice. 15 points, and it lost out on a tiebreaker for the cap we're gonna look at right now. So 7th place. And now let's move on to a cap which won the tiebreaker. And it is this Mitchell and Ness fitted Charlotte Hornets NBA cap. So yeah, this one won out on a tiebreaker because my wife gave this cap a 5th place. This was my 10th choice. Still, total numbers were 15 total points. But because my wife ranked this one higher than the Cardinals, this got an upper hand. Charlotte Hornets, Mitchell and Ness. And yeah, the only gripe I have is that the brim, when you curve it, it does not hold the curve too well. I haven't tried out my brim curve, on this cap. I believe it would help, to curve the brim even more. This is just what I got, like when I used my old method, with the coffee mug, and my steamer, so let me put it on here for you. So it has a slight curve. The cap does not look bad at all on me, so I'm not afraid of wearing Mitchell and Ness caps. If it's a right cap, I will cop it without any hesitation, and this is one of them. Absolutely like this one. So yeah, my wife gave 5th place, I gave 10th place, 15 points. 6th place, Charlotte Hornets. And now we're going on top 5 caps, and here's the 5th place. The 5th place, and I gave this cap number 1. This was my 1st place cap for June. This wonderful Chief Wahoo cap. But yeah, this was my 1st place, but this was my wife's 12th place. So in her opinion, it didn't even make a cut. And I asked her why, and she said just for her, she did not like that cartoonish logo, and that it was somewhat, maybe a little boring. It's all one color, all red. And she just didn't feel it. There's nothing wrong with it. But to me, I guess I more counted in the rarity of it. of the cap, and also just I like the logo, I really do. And I like for simplicity and all that, you know. I really liked it. So my wife gave 12 points. It was her 12th place cap. For me, it was my number 1. So in total, it was 13 points. And so yeah, Cleveland Indians Wahoo cap ended up in a 5th place with 13 points. And so the 4th place, and there's a little gap now, you know. The first 4 caps really stood out, and they were highly ranked from both of us. The next cap we're going to look at is Bradenton Marauders. Did I say it right? Marauders? I hope so. I tried. Marauders. But yeah, so this minor leaguer, this one earned a high place, the 4th place, you know, and with 9 points in total. So the 5th place had the 13 points, you know. This one is 9 points, so this is the biggest drop basically in the rankings besides, yeah, basically the biggest drop. So clearly top 4 caps stood out. And this was my wife's 7th place, but this was my 2nd. So 9 points, 4th place. Bradenton Marauders. Yeah, that's how we say it. I already wore this one, so I curved the brim. I freaking like this. I'm a sucker for the black and yellow colorway. I really think this is a banger, man. Really love it. This is a good cap. So yeah, 4th place, Marauders, minor league. And now off to top 3. In the 3rd place comes in this beauty. Again, lids head drop. And it is this Pittsburgh Pirates cap. Remember that Cardinals cap? So I changed my mind. And both of us actually gave the 4th place for this cap. This Pittsburgh Pirates. My wife gave the 4th place. I gave the 4th place, so 8 points. And this is our number 3 for June 2023. Beautifully made cap, and all those metallics in the logo. I really like the Pirates caps. One of my favorite logos. This is really well done. 3rd place, Pittsburgh Pirates. The 2nd place belongs to this beauty. Remember this one from one of our latest videos? This pinstripe, Oakland Athletics. Beautifully done cap. And I'm surprised that this one did not end up in the 1st place. That's how well this one is done. It probably, it looks better in hands for sure. You can see the quality. And like when I look at the pinstripes, you know, I kind of look up how all this stitching, you know, goes, you know, and a lot of hats on the pinstripes, it's kind of random, you know. This one is all symmetric, so I like that. Sometimes they really fuck everything up, and the stripes make no sense. I have a hat. Uh, that was I have a hat, Detroit Tigers, I believe, and those stripes, on that hat is all fucked up. This one is solid, like an old school feel. Like the colorway, green and yellow classic. Wonder when the team moves to Vegas, so most likely that's what's gonna happen. Are they gonna keep the colors? I hope they are, and that they're not gonna change the name or nothing like that. That would suck. But this Oakland Athletics, second place. All right. So my wife gave this hat a second place. I gave the fifth place. Total score was 7. So yeah, second place. And before we look at our first place, let's reveal the honorable mention. And honorable mention also earned 22 points, but they lost out on a tiebreaker to that, the very first cap I showed you, the Padres cap. But this is, yeah, just right outside the top 10. Fan treasures, I believe this was. This Atlanta Braves. Yep, this cap is our honorable mention for the month of June. Love this one. See, I don't mind this kind of script, with a logo, but man, in general, to me, it's almost like slapping on a cap's mom, dad, grandpa, grandma. That's what's going on now. You just slap a team name on, and cap is done. Freaking hate it. Don't like it at all. Only few caps make sense to me with the script. But now, like, it's end of July, it's beginning of July, and I feel like that those caps start to disappearing slowly. Can't wait for them to go away forever. Those damn script caps. I know it might not be a popular choice or view, but I don't give a shit. It's my opinion. I don't like scripts that much. But yeah, so this is honorable mention. This Atlanta Braves cap. Solid cap. And now let's reveal the cap of the month, June 2023. Applause to this cap. This one comes from my favorite store, one of my favorite stores. And this is Anthem Shop in Canada. This AHL cap, Marlies, Toronto Marlies. This one is solid, man. Super good looking cap. It reminds a lot of Toronto Maple Leafs, colorway and everything, This logo is so well done, that, yeah, when you look at this cap, it's like, wow, this is a great cap. To me, like this and a Chief Wahoo, remember how that was all red? This is all blue. Those two are very close to each other, in my opinion, but this one stood out more. So yeah, this is an excellent cap. And both of us, me and my wife, we gave this cap a third place. So 6 points. And so this cap is our winner. It's our winner. So my top 3 were Cleveland Indians, the Wahoo. That was my number 1. Bradenton Marauders was number 2. And Toronto Marlies was my third choice. My wife's first choice was Anaheim Angels, that suede cap. The second one was Oakland Athletics, and the third one was this Marley. So pretty close, you know, the way we are thinking about the caps in general. There are differences, but yeah. So, alrighty, this is my number one. This is me and my wife's number one for the month of June 2023. And so let me grab all the caps real quick and show you the clip, what all that looks like. So there they are, you know, all the caps. And let me read you out the rest of the results. So just behind that Braves cap was Anaheim Angels, the satin one from Topper Store USA. Again, go back, look at my older videos from June, you'll see what I'm talking about. So that cap got 23 points. The next one was Washington Nationals. Remember that clean cap was a W in front, you know? It was like an off-white one, chrome dome, you know? And I saw that my wife was going to rank it high. I was completely wrong, you know? She gave that cap a 20th place. I gave my 6th place, you know? Did not make a cut, 26 points. And I said, why did you rank this one so low? Because you're usually going for the clean looking caps. And she said that W looked like a Walgreens logo, you know? And I must agree, you know, that W does look like a freaking Walgreens logo. So that kind of threw her off, you know, and she did not like it at all. So anyways, that was 13th place. 14th place, Scottsdale Scorpions. Remember that cap from my fitteds? That got 27 points. The next one up was the Cleveland Guardians. I really like that cap. My wife ranked that cap, put it in the 19th place. I gave the 9th place 28 points, and it won out on a three-way tiebreaker, you know. So ended up in a 15th place. 16th place was Oakland Athletics, that stomper one. That black cap with a red stomper. My wife gave 16th place. I gave 12th place. The next one was a Anaheim Angels with a satin front panel. My wife gave 13th place. I gave 15th place. Also 28 points. That was from New Era. Then 18th place was Northwest Arkansas Naturals. That was my fitteds cap. My wife ranked it, put it in the 15th place. I gave 17th, so 32 points. 19th place was the Detroit Tigers from Topper Store USA. Both of us gave 18th place, 36 points. And then 20th place was the Lakeland Flying Tigers. That white, off-white minor league cap from Fresh Rags. My wife ranked it as a 17th. I gave the very last place, the 21st one. And the cap in the last place was the Toronto Blue Jays, the Realtree one. That came from New Era as well. So neither one of us liked it too much. My wife, that was my wife's last place, and for me it was a 19th place. So yeah, nobody likes Realtree, you know. Can't blame them. It's good to have a couple heads, but not a whole bunch of them. Anyways, guys, this was top 10 plus honorable mention for June 2023. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Leave a comment. Let me know how you would rank it. These caps, you know, if you wish so. Do you think we ranked it good? It's up to you, you know. So yeah, like, share, subscribe to this channel, and yeah, we're gonna keep moving on. and create new videos. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you very soon. Stay healthy, my friends. Bye. TheLostLatvian out.